What's up, guys? Welcome back to Game Dev Tycoon episode 5. And in the last episode, we did get... We'll click this so it pauses. We did move into our new place, our new office, which is an actual office, because if you haven't seen the start of this game, you start in your garage, so... Yeah, you know, big moves here. We can actually start hiring some employees, which I think I'm gonna hire one. Yeah, we gotta advertise the position, so we're not gonna spend too much. I think we'll go with 100,000, just because I don't want to spend a ton of money on this. Get someone that's like medium tier, not like amazing, and then, you know, be hurting for cash later on, because obviously the big thing with this is now we have to pay 2 salaries, right? We were paying really 1 salary, right? We were paying 0 salaries before. We were just paying our actual like monthly costs and stuff, which our monthly cost has gone up a little bit now because we're actually in an office. And on top of that, we're now going to be paying a salary for our staff members. So with that, we kind of have to almost double our income as well, right? So with adding another person, we theoretically want to like double or triple our income. That way we can pay the amount of money we're paying for him or her, whichever one, and, you know, then still make a profit and be able to get more employees and better stuff and things like that. So we're only going to spend about 100,000 on the advertising budget, and I think. So our guy, when he starts, he's pretty even. He's got, like, I think 300s down the board or something like that. So, complex algorithms is tech, showreel is design, and demo is, like, in the middle. So if we're trying to I'm thinking showreel is going to be the route to go, because I think design is going to be a little bit more important than tech. Would it come? Well, maybe not, because things like AI and engine are pretty big in action games. So maybe complex algorithms is actually the one to go for. Alright, we'll go for complex algorithms, because I think tech is probably going to be more important, a more important aspect when it comes to the games we're trying to get. Seems that Warbattle Inc. has recently moved into an office in a well-known technology park and is now searching for employees. Company is well known for pets and heart attack. Yeah, that's right. Heart attack was for PC, right? Yeah, for PC. It's not too bad. Made 2.8 million off of it. Alright, so now we can see the candidates. We have Kristen Gray. Level 1, 130 speed, 210 research, 8K a month, 129 tech, 70 design. So pretty bad. We have Heather Harrington, level 2, 126 and 135, 16K, but 375 tech, but only 24 design. So we have 210 versus 135. So Heather is lower on speed and research, which means we're going to produce less blobs and less research points when she's working. Her salary is double because she's level 2, right? Because the way it works is your salary bumps up depending on your level, right? So we have a level 2 here. He has a 22K salary, 350.49. So I don't know, it could be Caden, I think that's a boy's name, right? That's a guy's name. Alright, so better speed, better research than Heather. A little bit more expensive by about 6K. But tech is a little bit lower, but but design is a little bit higher there. I'm thinking Heather here because she'll just give us a full-on tech, and we can bump up speed and research later on. Like, we can get more points for speed and research later. But at the same time, this is not bad. It's only a 25 lower on tech, and the speed and research is quite a bit higher there. Yeah, we're going to go with Caden. Caden is going to be our first employee. Yeah. It's just talking about efficiency. We can now research medium games, so we could do the staff welcome training, which is excellent. And in the meantime, we could probably do a little bit of training ourselves. So these are the different types of level 1 trainings you can get. So each one's a little bit different, depending on what you're trying to specialize in here. Since we got Caden, who's really good in tech, I'm thinking it's probably going to be good to have Ronald specialize in design. So game design for pirates is really good for design. So we'll have him, or at least it's the best one for design, right? It's not like it's amazing for design, but because the level 1 ones are pretty bad. Once you get to the higher level ones, they're pretty good. So is there anything we can actually research right now? I don't want to get medium games yet. I'd like to make a couple of small games. Then we'll get a second employee, and with the 3 of us, then we'll work with a publisher to get some medium games. So we want to let them bump up a little bit. So let's have them do some contract work while their energy meter bumps back up. This will let us get a little bit of extra money that will make, because as you can see, 54,000 is our monthly cost now, right? Our monthly cost was like, what, 18 or something like that before? It's now bumped up to 54,000, which is, that really adds up, right? That really adds up as the weeks and stuff go by. You know, see, there you go. We got another 54K that we had to pay, so it's not like, well, it's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and look at a new game. We could do a school game. We could do like a school simulation game for the PC with the engine. Make it E for everyone, and this will be like freshman year. There you go. We're gonna make freshman year, and then we can make sequels to this later on and make like sophomore year, junior year, right? That's if you're American. I don't think it's the same way in other countries, but I'm American, so I'm gonna use that as my determining factor here. All right, so since we did simulation last, we're gonna keep it the same. Since the last game we did, which was surgery simulation, did really well, so we're not going to touch anything. We're going to leave it as it is, and hopefully the little bit of extra training we did with Ronald will help us get an equal to, if not a little bit better score, or, you know, maybe a little bit lower, because obviously the engine hasn't changed. That's the big thing, right? When you're making new games, the key is to at least train your people at least once to get their skills better. And then you want to, if you can, update the engine, right? And make a better engine that's, you know, graphics or AI or engine or some kind of piece that makes it a little bit better than it was before. So, industry news, Nintendo announced that their anticipated successor to the popular TES console, it's a 16-bit, and it's going to be the Super TES, which is the Super Nintendo. Yay! So that's a big one. That is a big potential. Oops, I almost hit finish with the bug. That's a really annoying part. Is like sometimes you can hit finish and then one bug will just like pop up right at the end, and it's like, what? Why did you do that? So all right. The game reviews are in. I'm not expecting full 10s, but 9s are a really good first sign. A 7, that's disappointing. A 7 right there from Informed Gamer. Wow. All right, so it's what gonna be like an 8, 7.75. That's not too bad. That'll at least get us a little bit of money coming in, which is important. We made $200,000 on the first week. That's pretty big. School simulation, great combo. School seems to be quite, our sound seems to be quite important. Engine seems to be quite important. Okay. So, I'm thinking training is going to be big here. the code incomplete, I think, is that one. So let's get these guys bumping up their points. That way, when we make our next game, it'll at least be something, because we don't have the tech right now to update the engine. Super TES has been released, so that might not be a bad idea. Make an action game for the Super Nintendo. You know, the action games for the consoles are gonna really boom once we have once things like the PlayStation and the Xbox come out, which the Xbox will be a while off, but PlayStation shouldn't be too far off. I'm thinking it's not going to be too far off to get the PlayStation and stuff, PlayStation released, which is going to be really nice for us, because the action games sell really well on those ones. I don't think action games sell super well on the Super Nintendo, or on the Nintendo, or Invento, I guess, consoles. Boss, it seems that quite a few people use illegal copies. I managed to identify some of them. We're not going to sue them yet, because I've had this pop up before. Suing them, you end up, I think, losing some fans and stuff. You, like, get a little bit of money, but you lose a ton of fans. And I think at this point in time, with 5.4 million in the bank, I'm thinking, the number of fans is really important, right? Because once you start to get a decent number of fans, like close to 1 million fans, you're gonna sell your game well, no matter if it has a mediocre review or not, right? It's gonna sell just because you have the fans. So we're gonna just go ahead and warn them. We're not gonna sue or take any legal action right away. We're just gonna be like, hey guys, you know, don't be pirating games. That's not cool. And in the meantime, we're going to go with the military action game, which we haven't made in a long time. And we're going to go ahead and throw it on the Super Nintendo. And we're going to name this one... What did we name the last one? I can't even remember what we named the last one. I like to keep them near the same. Private Ronald. That was it. Private Ronald. So, let's see. So we want to go military action game... Super Nintendo, Super TS, sorry. What do we want to name this game? Well, our first one was Private Ronald. This could be like Ronald Returns. My typing's been really bad today, guys, by the way. Just from the little bit of typing I've done today, it's like, oh man, I've been clicking the wrong keys constantly. All right, here it is, the Play System. Or the PlayStation. The media is abuzz with the latest news from this year's entertainment conference. In a surprise announcement, Sony, which is Sony, a company known for general electronics, has presented a prototype called the Play System. Apparently, Sony has collaborated with Invento, creators of the beloved and successful TES and Super TES consoles, to develop what is basically a Super TES with a CD drive, right? Because the thing is, with the Super Nintendo, it had the cartridges. PlayStation had the CDs, right? There you go. If you didn't know that, I'm sure you know it now. That was the big thing, right? The CDs, rather than cartridges, because cartridges were a real pain a lot of the time. You know, you got to blow into the cartridges if it wasn't reading, all this kind of stuff. Fun stuff. This would be the world's first console using a CD drive. And then it's like immediately right after, around the world are baffled as only one day after Sony and Invento jointly announced the Play System at the entertainment conference, things have turned sour. Invento announced today that they will cancel the project and instead seek to develop a new console with a different partner. Rumor has it that the distribution deal the company had worked out was unfavorable. I can't even read either. To Invento, handing over much of the control to Sony. This seems to be the end of the Play System, which it isn't. Has recently sent warnings to several players using illegal copies of freshman year. Piracy is an increasingly big Problem in the industry, some companies invest a lot of money and effort to fight piracy. Yeah, piracy's bad. But we gained 349 fans from it. No money, but I think that 349 fans are going to be worth it more in the long run. So dialogue's not important. I think this is pretty good. Just leave that kind of how it is. Alright. From time to time, your employees need to recharge their batteries. Yeah. We know, Caden's getting a little bit tired. He's worked on 2 games in a row. But, he's gonna make it. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. I have faith that Caden can finish up Ronald Returns. And then we can go for it. Since the game's pretty much over at this point anyways. We've already finished developing it. It's a small game, doesn't take a lot. There we go. New records on everything. We gotta upgrade on dialogues. We need just one more game with 3D Graphics V1 and we'll unlock 3D Graphics V2, which is such a big, like, milestone. So we'll start working on the game report. The reviews are in. How did it do? 8. That's good. That's not bad. Star Games loves us, man. I'm telling you. Star Games is always giving me good reviews. Oh, there we go. Game Hero. Game Hero's liking it. Alright. I'm thinking that's like the same, right? Yeah, 775. That's not too bad. How well did freshman year? 338,000. That's not amazing. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. Topic, audience match, military, everyone is good. Dialogue seems to be not very important. Well, that's going to do it for the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed episode 5. If you did, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have a comment, question, or concern, please leave it in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.